My name is Asiya Ahmed.
My name is Ma'an Kassab.
Hi, I'm Baria.
Hi, my name is Maya and I'm a volunteer at Modern Alternative Education.
I'm here as a volunteer in the school.
I'm a mother of 4 kids.
Owner of Satma Landscaping Company.
I am mom to Abhishek Nair.
Adib's Carol's mother.
My name is Yuan and my child's name is Nadine.
My name's Dipesh Kataria. I'm the father of Neeraj Kataria.
I'm Kavi and I'm the head of vocational services and occupational therapy at MAE.
This is a great initiative for the kids, especially who do the homeschooling, because you don't have the social interaction when you're doing the homeschooling.
So what I find extremely special about this school is that it was established by a mother of a child with special needs.
I'm so proud of this project for Anas. I'm her friend and I know a lot about her ideas and her passion about this school.
For me, MAE is something that is new, one of its kind in the UAE. There's no other center like it. That's what drew me towards the center. This center is catering to the children that are falling through the cracks in the education system over here.
So I didn't want to be part of this video because most of the people already know my story. It's all over the place. I keep on saying it over and over. I wanted the input of other parents, of volunteers, of teachers. But the only reason I'm here today is because I just want to remind people that I'm not the director of this center, I'm not the founder of this center. I am a mother as well at the end of the day. Sometimes it seems like I even forget it. I have to remind the staff to take it easy on parents, to be patient, we need to redo it.
I have gone through a lot of hardships with a child, who's got mild autism. He's actually got PDD.
When he got 5 years old, he had partial epilepsy. Actually, it was very hard to me to recognize his problem.
We noticed he wasn't speaking at 18 months. He still wasn't speaking, and I was my first child, so I was quite naive.
And Nadine is 8 years old. So when she was younger, we did a lot of intensive therapies. And then I put her in a mainstream nursery school and also in a mainstream big school with a shadow aid. And things was going well in the first year, and then the second year she was having some distress. We didn't know why, and I found that the school was not very supportive. And so I pulled her out of the school.
He's a case who can be easily mainstreamed. I did try that out, got his admission 12 years ago. They used to allow the moms to be the shadows. I left my job, I became my son's shadow. I was with him for 3 years. But then the school suddenly came up with a rule saying that moms cannot shadow their children and I have to keep somebody else. So the thing was, it meant a lot of financial investment. I had to suddenly move off, get another person for my son who did not know how to handle his behaviors, and pay that person, which meant cutting out on his therapies. But nobody seemed to understand our issues. I had to go with the school's policy. I had to move out with just a 2-week notice. And I kept a shadow teacher for my son, continued like that, moved schools once or twice. Nothing seemed to work. The schools did not understand the kind of problems that a mother was facing.
His case is getting more worse by the time. His problem affects his memory, his comprehension. We started struggling with the normal schools. From grade 1, when he was grade 1, I started to hear from the school that there is a lot of problem. Sometimes he is hyperactive because of the side effect of the medications. So I keep struggling. I bring a shadow teacher for him just to be with him all the time. Then I moved to I can't say special school, but it's a normal school where there is special section for easy learning section.
I homeschooled her for a while and it was a very lonely journey. Later on I found a new special needs school, and so I found out later on that the school is not the right one for Nadine.
I don't think the mainstream school, where he was, even though they were trying, I don't think they were equipped enough or had an effective strategy in place for his progression going forward. Nothing that I could actually see.
And that's when I heard about modern alternative education, and they talked about these new kind of syllabus called the unique learning system as well as the Clone Lara. I thought this was one place where my child would be respected for what he is, and I do hope that my son will get better.
I heard about Modern Alternative Center education, whereas I hope is between normal school and at the same time it will be very support for the kids with special needs.
And then I attended MAE's presentation by Rana, and I was very impressed with the presentation because everything is very organized and I like the approach.
How I heard about modern alternative education, I heard through this place, through our speech therapist, and she suggested that this would be a really good place for my son Niraj. I came, I saw, I understood what modern alternative education was all about, and was taken through all the different strategies that would be in place to ensure progression, and I took that decision to actually remove my son out of mainstream school.
Highly appreciate what the management of the school achieved, and we really wish them the very best, and we do appreciate what they're doing.
Our kids are the gray area. You have the black, which is elegant, which is classy, which is the special needs, and people like working with special needs because they feel good about themselves. And then you have the white, which is hope and which is gifted mainstream kids, and people like to brag about these kids. Our kids are the gray area, which is sad, which is depressing, and no one wants to deal with the gray. And we come from a society that if you close your eye about something, it disappears. I do have to remind people sometimes that I am a mother myself. To get here, I've been called a lot of things. I've been called beggar, I've been called attention seeker, I've been called that I've been using my son. All of the above might be right, but it did the job, and we're here now. And if you guys can just come and see the smiles of the kids' faces and the parents' reactions, you'll know that why I'm not regretting any of what I did. It's not easy for me to be running this because my son goes here, and it's not a walk in the park, let's say, to hear him tantrum and yell or do whatever he does. But at the end of the day, I know it's for his own benefit. I know it's the right thing. And just like him, all the other kids, it is the right place. We go back and say we do not isolate, we incubate. We need them to get out of their comfort zone to go out there and have a better life.